Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike, and thanks for jumping on here with me this morning. Great agents. Great agents thrive in all markets, and they thrive because they adapt and they change to the marketplace in which they find themselves. You know what bad agents do? They sit around and bitch and complain. Great agents just go, okay, well, this is the new reality. I'm going to change and adapt to the new reality. I don't control the reality. I change with it. How are you adapting to today's changing marketplace? As our real estate market continues to significantly change, are you changing with it? Are you adopting a new strategy for the coming year? Those are some of the questions I sit around and worry about all day. You know, I'm asked every day what I believe is going to happen in the next year as far as the real estate market goes, and why I fully realize that nobody really knows, especially me. I do have some predictions. What I'd like to do is, I think this would be a lot of fun. We're going to keep this recording of this call, and a year from today, I want to review it with you, and let's see how accurate these were. Hopefully I'm really wrong about some things. I'd love it if I'm wrong about some of these things. And some others I hope I'm right about. And here they are. First, I would say my first prediction would be that home prices in Atlanta, now keep in mind, all real estate's local, right? So I'm just going to speak about what I think is going to happen in the Atlanta real estate market. I think home prices in Atlanta are going to increase 7 to 10% over the next 12 months as demand continues to exceed supply. Even with all the factors going on, demand still exceeds supply for a wide variety of reasons. Population migration, aging of the millennials, job growth in the Atlanta market. All these things are unique to Atlanta and are still going to cause demand to remain above supply, which will cause home prices to continue to go up, though at a much slower pace than they have in the last couple of years. At the same time, I will say this: we are going to sell 25 to 30% fewer homes over the next 12 months than we have been. Why? I think uncertainty in the marketplace is going to cause many people to sit on the sidelines. Fear, anxiety, uncertainty. I think supply is going to continue to be limited, even though we still have people that want to buy. People have to want to sell, and new construction's woefully behind where it needs to be. So I think home prices are going to continue to go up, though I think we're going to sell 25 to 30% fewer homes over the next 12 months. That means fewer transactions available for the over 50,000 licensed real estate agents in Metro Atlanta. Yeah, I don't think this is great news for most real estate agents. I think a much higher percentage of agents are going to leave the business over the next 12 months. You're going to see pre-licensed classes go from being overfull on a wait list and a wait list to take the state exam to not being maybe 75% full. There's the rush of people to enter the industry is going to slow. A lot of people that have gotten in because they thought this was easy, right? I can do this from home part-time, not really pay attention and make money. And they're going to find that that's not true. I think they're already finding it. Here's something else that we're already starting to see happen, but is going to accelerate over the next 12 months, in my opinion. Brokerages will begin to significantly belt tighten. They already are. They're going to do this by cutting staff deeply. They already are. They weren't staffed great to begin with, and now they're going to cut it even deeper. They're going to starve resources to their agents as they try to minimize their expenses. They already weren't doing a great job supporting their agents. Now they're going to do even worse. They're going to starve their agents for broker support, for staff support, and for resources within the operations. The agents are going to have to become very self-sufficient. Now, if you'll jump on here with me tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about how specifically our company, Century 21 Connect, is going to adjust to this changing market over the next 12 months. And I think what you'll see is we're going to do just the exact opposite. Matter of fact, we already are doing the exact opposite. We're not cutting resources, we're expanding them. Why? I don't agree with this way of adjusting to changing, more difficult times. I don't think you can save your way there. And I don't think you can either. I don't think that in changing, tightening circumstances, the response that most people will take is to cut back. And I'm going to make a strong case for you tomorrow that that's exactly the wrong thing to do. You want to double down. And I'm going to prove it to you. But I do think that, well, they're already doing it. They're laying off people by the thousands. They're cutting resources to their agent base. They're already doing it, and they're going to continue to do it more and more as the next 12 months unfolds. Teams and brokerages will dramatically curtail their lead generation efforts. We're expanding ours, but I think everybody, the way this industry works, I've been through this too many times, they're going to cut everything. Mostly because they don't believe in their agents. That's why. If they believed in them, then they would say what I would say is, no, we're going to grow through this. There might be fewer total transactions in the Atlanta market, but what's left there, we're going to capture more of it. And this is how we're going to do it. But they're going to run, hide under their bed and suck their thumb and cut everywhere they can cut and wait for the good times to come back. I've seen it too many times, folks. Projections, listings are going to average 90 to 100 days on the market, which is normal. It's not going to feel normal. It's going to feel like a catastrophe. It's going to feel very dramatic. People are going to wonder, what's going on? Nobody's looking at my home. Hey, it's not supposed to take 6 days to sell your home. It's not supposed to. That's not normal. What is normal? 90 to 100 days on the market. And that's what we're going to experience over the next year. The percentage of expired listings is going to significantly increase as home sellers and their agents don't know how to respond to a changing marketplace. The percentage of expireds is going to go much higher. It's been very low for the last couple of years. It's changing. Every week there's more and there's more because the listing agents don't know how to adjust to a changing marketplace. The percentage of for sale by owners are going to significantly fall, and the ones that are left, their timeline for trying it themselves is going to shorten significantly. Why? The statistics don't really bear it out, but the feelings do. For sale by owners for the last couple of years have thought that the market is so good that I ought to be able to sell it myself, and nobody's convincing them otherwise. They don't want to hear the facts. They believe what they want to believe, and they take the information that supports that belief and latch onto it. So they believe that because the real estate market has been so strong, they're going to be more successful. It's statistically not really true because it really doesn't matter what the real estate market's doing if nobody knows about your house, right? But that feeling has begun to change with for sale by owners, and they are going to acknowledge more and more every week over the next year that they need professional help to get their home sold. I think mortgage rates are going to continue to climb a little bit more, and my prediction is I think they're going to settle in around that 7 to 8% 30-year conventional fixed rate. Wouldn't be shocked if they got up as high as 8. Wouldn't be shocked if they came in around 7. Don't really think they're going to go lower than that over the next year. Would be really surprised if they went north of 8%. And that's still really good. Now, it doesn't feel really good compared to the last couple of years, but then again, that wasn't normal. That was artificially created for a wide variety of reasons. So now we're going to get back to normal. And normal is going to feel uncomfortable for a short period of time. But 7 to 8% fixed rates isn't crazy. That's actually maybe healthy. Having 40 people in a fist fight in your front yard about who gets to go in the house next is not normal. Getting 10 offers the first day your house is on the market, that's not normal. We're going to settle in to more of a normal marketplace, and we'll probably creep up over the next year to eventually a 3 to 4 months supply of homes for sale. Because a 1 month supply of homes for sale is not normal and is not sustainable. Most agents in Atlanta are going to do quite a fewer transactions over the next 12 months. I think they're going to do probably 30% less transactions than they've done in the last year or two. And that could be you. That could be you. I guess that's going to be each person's decision on what this new market, this new normal is going to mean to you. It doesn't have to mean that. In 2011, in the heart of the deepest real estate recession, now keep in mind, we are heading into difficult economic times in this country, some form of a recession. The difference between this and 2008 is this isn't a real estate recession. 2008 was. But even in that, in the worst real estate market in U.S. history, right in the middle of it, 2011 was my best year as an agent. 2009, 2010 were pretty good. I wasn't complaining. Most people were, not me. Why? I had adjusted, pivoted, changed with the marketplace. And some of you, not most, but some of you are about to have your best year ever. And you're going to wonder, what are all these other people whining and bitching about? Because I'm doing great. And that's because you will have adjusted. You will have pivoted. And if you want that to be you, come see me. I can't give a plan for everybody to adjust and pivot because you're all different. And you all won't do the same things. And you're not all good at the same things. But there is a plan for each of you so that you can do well and you can thrive no matter what happens. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out a year from now. But it won't have to matter to you. You can control what you can control, which is you. You can control you. And you can have the best year ever. You just need a plan that's appropriate for this new environment. Come see me. And dial in tomorrow, folks, and I'm going to tell you specifically how we as a company here are going to adjust and pivot through this. And if we just do all this, that's how we're going to go out and we're going to make it happen for ourselves.